Hello there, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Ready for your Path of True Love reading? I'm ready. I love doing you guys first because actually they gave me a new spread. I've been playing with it in my head, but they just graphed it out for me and I just read myself and I was like, ooh, that's pretty spot on. But then again, reading yourself is either really easy or not so easy depending on the day. Today's a good day. So let's dive in. I think you'll like the spread. I'm doing something I don't usually do, which is a past, present, future deal, treading the quantum threads as it were, but I do those for myself. So it's like, okay, so they're going to change up these spreads every single time. It's just like how I teach a class or a workshop when I teach. I never do it the same way twice. I just can't. It's just being in the moment and going with the guidance so that it gets better every time. That's my prayer. And everything I do, may it be the best that I've ever done it, but not the best I will ever do it. There's a difference, right? Learning curve. So we're going to start with an archetype card. By the way, there's a surprise at the end. We're going to start with an archetype card for you. The decks that I'm using, really, we should call them the Gang of Five. It's the same ones I used a lot for these readings, as I just adore them and how they intercommunicate so well. And they represent my collective pantheons of angels, gods, and masters. But now it's been added since the last series I did, the higher selves of all involved. So your higher selves are in on this. If you're watching it, and remember, these are general reads. If something doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. It's not for you this time. Go check your other signs, right? I mean, every time I'm watching a reader now, another reader on YouTube, they say that like a disclaimer. It's like, yeah, we know that, right? It's like, you should know by now. If it doesn't click off, but you know, thumbs down, unsubscribe. Okay, well, then next time around, to each their own, right, Aries? Right, go find you can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. Let's dive. My collective pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please. What is the dominant archetype that this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign will be alchemizing? The soul power they will be alchemizing on the path of true love for October 2019. The God. Yes, 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 yes. This is going to then be sort of like the overlighting dominant card in the deck, because the path of true love is your path. It's whoever else is on it, whatever else you're doing, it's about you becoming true love within yourself. So let's read this, right? Usually I save them for when the cards are out. I'm doing it different. The light attribute of the God, benevolence and compassion, Aries. Recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others, that we are all eternal. None of us are on this rock for the first time, not to speak bad of Mama Gaia, right? Not our first time at the rodeo. If there is their first time incarnating here on planet Earth, well, give them a welcome and cut them some slack, right? What a time to incarnate, but probably like a climax point in the movie, right? Why wouldn't you? It's probably why the population is so huge. Shadow attribute, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Are you using your divine power to control people, Aries? Well, if there was going to be a sign to do it, right? So we're going to pop you over there so that everything else that comes down is now about you, past, present, and future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build you a horizontal line, but I'm going to pull, one from the Healing Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Let's use on the bottom there. Ooh, the Storm, Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Don't take anything by that. And Chuck Spezzano's Love Pack. We'll get those out. Then we're going to use my Whispers of Love for the 5D perspective, outside of time, timeless, just mass overview. Cool. And then a surprise. This feels so good. All right. My angels, please, where has this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign been on the path of true love? Where have they been on the path of true love? Oh, guardian angel, going with the God archetype. That makes a lot of sense. So that's relative past, not like, 10,000 years ago, you're a guardian angel. You're a guardian angel now. That's the higher self, right? The higher selves of all involved. So now what we'll do is we'll get, these are going to go much quicker now. I like how they streamlined this. My gods, please, for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, where are they now on the path of true love? Well, Three of Cups, bonding. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Sorry, I did my hair. And look, my hair made a mullet for you today. I just pretty much with the product in it, shake it out, and it does what it wants. Today it decided to be a faux mullet. Oh, darling, it's got a faux mullet. My masters, then, please, one card for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are they going on the path of true love? Ooh, towards commitment. Ding, 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 ding. So look, just looking at that first line, you've got, right, the guardian angel in the past, right? You've been guarded, you've been guided, your higher self, whatever kind of spiritual work that you're doing at whatever level, that it not necessarily be spiritual busy work, but you know, some embodiment stuff there, seeing things from the higher perspective in the past has brought you into this place. Now, I know people say Three of Cups is like a third party situation. On the path of true love, possibly. And again, I'm reading the collective. If that is the case, it happens. But remember, the third party can be work. The third party can be a family member who is toxic or ill, or it can be anything, a third party that interferes in a relationship. But so far, I would say, you know, even with commitment there in the future, not necessarily screaming purely romantic sexual entanglement, quantum entanglement, but maybe it is, and don't worry, we got more cards to go. So pretty fast for a first line, because now what we're going to do, I love how they structured this. They know how to work this Virgo mind. We're going to take a Daughters of the Moon and get a card in the past to clarify the guardian angel. Think you see what I'm doing? Yeah, my gods, please. One card for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where have they been on the path of true love? The learner. Oh my God, with guardian angel. That's so good. That means that you are learning from your higher self, right? I'm going to take that as a clear thing. So now what we'll do is we're going to master to clarify the Three of Cups, this card of bonding, emotional bonding, feeling a soul connection. Can be soul family, right? Can be friends manifest, soul family manifest as friends. Absolutely can be. So my masters, please clarify where they are now. One card for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are they right now on the path of true love? Well, when they're watching this. Well, loss. Now, maybe that's not so much a loss of the bond, but that you have whatever loss is going on, whatever's coming up for you emotionally, that you have the support system that you need in family and friends, those with which you have emotional bonds, because it does make sense if we're on the learning path. The higher self, which is the fifth dimensional and above self. I mean, higher self, it's anything higher than third and fourth dimensional consciousness. There's a lot, right? Going all the way back to source. So, you know, there's stuff that has to be lost along the way, given up. But this card, it's like you lost your heart. And if that is what's happening for you right now, then with that God archetype there, right? Benevolence and compassion, that there's an opportunity for you to alchemize that rather than despotism and cruelty, right? Or using your power to control others. There's a way through this, but don't worry, we're not done just yet. Not just yet, we're not young Aries. Now we'll pull an angel for the future. All right, my angels, one card for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are they going on the path of true love? Because we got this learner with loss. We got this learner with loss, like learner and love. This learner with loss. And yet with that card of commitment above, please, one, where are they going on the path of true love? It's my soulmate. Bitch witches. You've got commitment and soulmate in the future. Maybe you got to let some people go right now. It's very possible, and it may be very turbulent and emotional that there are just some people you have to cut loose. Bonds break sometimes when you are drawn towards a sacred contract. Now remember, this Doreen Virtue deck doesn't have a twin flame card. It has soulmate. Soulmates and twin flames are not the same thing. Did a video on it clarifying. Go check out the clarifying playlist. I think I called it Clarifying with Mal yesterday. A twin flame is a turbulent relationship that teaches you how to heal yourself. But with commitment there and soulmate is a satisfying relationship. You help each other heal, learn, grow, stuff like that. So, and again, to always put it purely in the romantic sense, I think is very unfair, because we probably have as many soulmate contracts as we have twin flame contracts. That's why I'm working on a book called The Path of True Love, because I'm getting downloads daily about what true lovers are, which seems to be the implosion of twin flame and soulmate. Just saying, don't know on that path myself, because I'm still dealing with twins and soulmates. So there. All right, so we got that one. So now we lead off the third line with the Masters. Masters, please, one card for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where have they been on the path of true love? This God archetype dominant for the month of October 2019. All right, deception. This is becoming a bit clear that you've been learning from your higher self about certain deceptions. Now, about certain deceptions. It's funny that the card came out backwards, didn't it? Like it was hiding something. Well, I did it, but not consciously. Well, look at that. Deceptions, right? So look at this dude. He's offering flowers, but he's got a padlock ready to go. Run, run, lady in the yellow dress, right? But on the path of true love, which doesn't necessarily mean yesterday or last month, although go have a look at September's path of true love read, maybe brush up even on the August one if you really want to get a larger picture. If there was a deception, if you learned of a deception as the result of your higher self guardian angels being guided right to it, that makes a whole lot of sense. That actually makes a whole lot of sense, which is why now here, let's clarify. We get to pull an angel for that Three of Cups bonding with that loss card. So my angels, please, where are they now? Considering what's in the past here, lesson learned, or in the process of learning, about a deception guided by the guardian angel, the higher self. It can be a self-deception. Yes, this is Aries, but any sign of anyone can be deceiving of themselves as well. So where are they now on the path of true love with this? Well, celebration. All right. Now, that's what makes me think this loss may be more in the reparative, like you're kind of celebrating with friends, kind of starting to feel good again. Small groups, though. Well, you know, we're going to. Do they still have raves? Do raves, are the happenings? Do they still happen? I wouldn't know. I gave that up for Lent. I got a huge ball of it behind my couch. So that bonding, that kind of connecting with others in a place of celebration to sort of deal with the loss, because that deception, you know what was lost in that deception? And I'll tell you what was lost in that deception. The truth was lost in that deception, and that's just never great. That's just never great for anybody to find out that we have been deceived. And by the way, if you read Dante's Inferno, do you know what the last circle of hell is? The frozen lake of deception, right? To be deceived, to give one's trust is tricky, but that's also why it comes up so very fucking much on the path of true love, because we are freeing ourselves from the frozen lake at the bottom of hell. Yeah, go look it up. I mean, that's as archetypal as you get in terms of like 7 deadly sins and all of that stuff. Betrayal is really fucking bad. But how often do we betray ourselves too? And now we're talking about fifth dimensional unity consciousness. Of course, we have to look at how we betrayed ourselves, because chances are, if we really trusted our gut or were even tuned into it, we would have known on some level. Maybe we did know on some level we were being deceived. But to get that, okay, ultimately, I'm the one who deceived myself then. And then from there, every choice and decision I made is really on me. But that's the responsibility necessary on the path of true love, because it's about loving yourself and becoming divine love. So also the deception there that you are not loved, that you are not lovable, and that this path, you are on a learning curve with this stuff. So that right now, really in that place of celebrating this loss, you know, it's like, you know, I had this shit I was carrying. It's gone. It's a really good interpretation for that. That feels not just high vibrational and more positive, but it feels like more like holistic. It's just like the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, sort of like, in this Three of Cups place feels just really good. But now let's get your future from the gods on this line. So we've got commitment and soulmate, my Aries. My gods, please clarify. Where is this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign going on the path of true love in October 2019? Ooh, Six of Cups, compassion, a lot of emotion in balance, right? In balance, not imbalance, right? Bringing it into balance. That just feels so lovely with commitment. With soulmate, which yes can mean twin flame, let's just say pre-incarnational contract, nothing so far screaming out. We still got the 5D Whispers of Love card here, cards to lay out. So we've got that compassion with commitment and soulmate. You're moving into something committed as a result of this betrayal. You know what that is way more than I do, right? So let's get some 5D cards. Now what I just have to do quickly is just to consolidate this so I have room to play. Whoops, did it the wrong way. Yes, wedge. I suppose I could lay them out like this as I draw, but it's better to see them that way. Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Ready for your Whispers of Love? You're going to do 5D perspective, if you like, 8th chakra perspective of the past, the present, and the future. So my collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. One card. Where has this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign been on the path of true love? Union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. Now, how that changes this guardian angel with deception and the learner is then that really does say that perhaps you were deceiving yourself and learned that this relationship that you were in was an actual real connection, was a real thing. Now, it's easy to deceive ourselves of that, right? Any fear that we have about, oh my God, fear of abandonment, fear of loss, right? Loss comes up next. That really does make a kind of clear thing. So look back at your past and look at your spiritual lessons in particular. What deception was revealed to you that really did indicate that there is a connection of love that defies explanation, a union of hearts? Now, again, that can be between you and your higher self. I mean, it's like, why should I have to call upon my higher self if I am my higher self? Well, just because you do, and that's how it's written. We're the characters. They're, long story. Come take my workshop at Summerland on Saturday. We're talking about exactly that. In the meantime, my collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and higher selves of all involved, please, where is this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love right now? Okay. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love, which, again, even though there is this card of loss in here, that to express love in that, I really love you guys, but, you know, be real about it. Don't be too drunk girl about it, but, you know, I love you guys, I really mean it this time. Been there, done that. Threw up to Johnny Walker. Okay, you never throw up Karen Walker. She throws herself up every opportunity she gets. So, my collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and higher selves. Higher selves of all involved, please. Where is this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign going on the path of true love for September, October 2019. Get it? August, September, October. Amazing. Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So look, what if that's the commitment here for you in the future? Because that's really all y'all are interested in, right? Right? It's like, oh, well, make the commitment to be more loving with compassion. And that draws in a soulmate. How about that makes you a soulmate? Here we are waiting for the soulmate to come in, if that is romantic in that context. I'm waiting for my soulmate. Well, I'm waiting for Godot. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman 1984. I just can't believe I crossed Wonder Woman and Samuel Beckett, but there you have it. That we have to be the soulmate. That's what the path of true love is all about. You giving yourself the love that you want, and then you have two awakened fifth dimensional beings, right? By contract, by clarity, by embodiment, wanting to be with each other to work things out and fulfill their roles in the divine plan. Remember I said you got a surprise? Here's your surprise. Don't tell the other signs. You're going first. I'm pulling another archetype card. I was going to do this anyway. They showed me this, so it's not a 13 card spread, it's a 14 card spread. My collective pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please, what is the dominant archetype of the dominant person that this Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign will be dealing with on the path of true love as far as this reading is concerned? Ooh, the king, the god and the king, two masculine archetype, family archetype. Boom, 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 boom. Now, doesn't mean it's two gay men. This could be two men, two women, man, woman, doesn't matter. We're talking archetype. So let me just get you this king here, right? Enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in charge. Blessed be, right? Nothing like a holy king, a golden king. The lead, shadow attribute, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Rampant. And you know, the United States, we left England to get away from kings and monarchies. Just saying, the king archetype does not usually do well, except I'm just going to leave that one on the table, as it were. So look, you're the god. What you both have in common there is that, right? So you've got that benevolence and compassion. They've got, and the word benevolent is on both cards. So this could be very benevolent, might take some work, walk in the path, right? But the shadow attribute, you've got despotism and cruelty. They've got excessive feelings of entitlement and rulership without restraint. This could be heaven or hell. The idea is to embrace the hell within yourself individually. Whatever this king brings up in you, whatever this king brings up in you, you have to deal with compassion and benevolence. But overall, what a really kick-ass past, present, future spread for the path of true love. I like this a lot. And I'm going to keep doing this for the other 11 signs. But you're always my test case, aren't you, Aries? I love you so much for that. You're always up for it. Please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I got all my stuff in the box below. If you want more of Mal, Angelo, Lyons, the professional witch, the professional intuitive. And it is certainly my joy and the fulfillment of my divine plan to be doing this. Otherwise, I would be doing something else right now. So, being in the now. May you be blessed with all that you need on the path of true love for October 2019. To grow, to heal, to learn, to become the best and blessed that you can be. For the well-being of all. That I am now, and so it is. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.